Hey guys, we're back on the International again. A few little things we'll talk about today before we get started. As you can tell, I did put the leaf spring hangers back in the factory holes, which raised it up quite a bit. I just could not figure out the right setup on that right height and everything. Like I've said before, we can always airbag it, do 4-link bars, stuff like that. But I'm just trying to keep it static right now. So, saying that, we've come up with this idea. Described it there a little bit. Kind of got a layout, which 2 vertical lines, as you see there in the middle, that's the width of the axle. So we're planning on taking this much out. On the 45s here, I'm actually going to bring them in so that we have more meat on the back. I do have one backing plate that I already cut. I don't have the actual C-notch part of it cut out yet, but we'll definitely make sure we have plenty of meat on the back side as well when we go to weld. So we are going to bring those back in a little bit. I just got to get those marked out. But that's the plan. We're going to flip the axle. So we're going to cut them bad boys back off again, and we're just going to set the axle on top of the leaf springs. And I think with doing that, we're going to be right in within about a quarter to a half inside the frame there. So that's the reason why we're going to go ahead and C-notch it. And it should give us about 5 inches of clearance. And that's going to set the, should, by my calculation, set the frame about 29 inches tall. Now that is with the height of the 22.5s I'm going to put on. And then I am still going to take a few leaves out of that spring pack because I still cannot budget with my weight. And so we'll take a few out. And at this point now we can add some helper springs to it if we need to. I really don't know how much weight this truck's going to be hauling or pulling, but with everything we're doing to it, it should be fine. But yeah, the backing plate's going to be like 20 inches, so it's definitely going to cover quite a big span here. I've already got the brake line loose. I'm just going to move it out of the way, which I am going to put new brake line all the way through anyways, so that I know that when it's time to do the brakes, that they are all good and new, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, let me get my scribe and try to remark some of these, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, just like that, we got her marked up. We're definitely gonna go with this mark and this mark. Definitely still gives me plenty of room, just in case we do a little bit of wheel hop. I doubt we will, because it's just the old big block 345 International. I don't think I'm gonna be out here doing burnouts or anything, but yeah, and plus that's going to give me 5 inches on either side of the C-notch. So when I weld it in, I've got more meat here to weld to, and it's gonna make it overall more sturdy. So I'm definitely happy with that. I think what we're gonna do now is we'll get our grinder out. We'll get it initially, just make a little groove so that we can try to keep it as even as we can. And I think how I'm going to do it is I got some 1/4 inch thick material, and I'm just going to clamp them on the bottom of the frame here, and then take another piece of 1/4 inch set on top. So that's going to reference the thickness of the frame on the flat spot here. And then I'll lay my plate on there, and then go from the back side and scribe this hole out. And that's how we're gonna, that way we know we get a pretty well close for both sides of the frame. It's gonna be cut out like that. So, but yeah, let's get the grinder out and start doing some grinding. Okay guys, the camera got too hot and shut itself off, so sorry you didn't get to see every bit of it cut out, but I was probably 3/4 of the way cutting through it when the camera quit on me. But as you can see, we got her cut. I like it. And that frame is plenty sturdy enough. I don't have to worry about bracing it right now, but plus we ain't got no weight going on it or anything, and all that good stuff. So now I'll try to get me a little jig set up so I can set that plate on, and we can trace that out on the plate. All right, I got my jig all set up. I got some 3/16 angle iron. Actually, like came off of the frame here. Cleaned it up, make sure it was straight, and we clamped her to the bottom side of the frame. And we took some more little pieces of 3/16 and cut it, and then laid a 1/16 on top of it. So now we got a full 1/4 inch thick, just like the frame is. So now we can set the plate on it, and we can get that cut out. And I've got the plate marked center line, if you can see it right there. And we'll just bring it over here, set it down. And I've got a mark right there so we can center it up. So that's actually right on the money. Yeah, it's right on the money. So, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to clamp it down, and then I'll go on the back side and scribe it out. Yeah, this is what I was talking about and referring to. We got her set down flush on those little jigs. We got her clamped up. So now all we got to do is come back here to the back side and take our little scribe here, give it a good trace out. Just like that. But I'll go in here, make sure it's got a better scratch to it, and then I'll get that plate cut out, which there's no sense in filming that since you just saw me cut the frame. Basically the same process. But we'll get that cut out, and I'll bring you back, see what it looks like afterwards. Well, over here at my paint booth, we took a wire wheel and wire wheeled the inside of this plate. Gave it a quick coat of just some flat black, just something to give it some corrosion resistance. And we also done the same thing on the inside of the frame. Because once I get it welded, it's definitely going to be hard to get some paint in there. But as you can see, it looks good. But now we'll get the grinder and grind the edges here of where the plate's going to go, and we'll get it ready to start welding. I'm just gonna set it in and tack weld it in probably a few different places just for today, because I'm gonna have to end the day short. So and hopefully it doesn't rain tomorrow so I can get back on it. But we'll definitely get some good tacks on it to hold it in place. Alrighty. Hope you are ready for this awfulness. But here we go. It's all tacked in. I mean, they're not bad. Definitely could be a lot better. But for a flux core, I can't complain. I'm still learning. This is a learning. Every bit of it. So, as you can see, I just got it tacked in. I definitely need to practice a little bit more. But like I said, I can't complain about that. But we're going to stop for today, and I'll pick back up on it tomorrow. And we'll get some flat stock cut out to box that in. And then we'll get that tacked in, get it welded up, and hopefully I'm not going to videotape the other side. I'll videotape this side for this video, and then I'll bring you back when I'm doing the dry shaft, show you the finished product, of course. But I'm gonna quit rambling and get my tools put up, and just call it a day. We'll come back tomorrow and finish this one up. Hey guys, well, it's the next day. I've been working on this thing lip this morning. I've got everything is grounded down, smooth, wire wheeled off, cleaned, so we can get ready to tack these plates in. You see I got both sides done. And I went ahead and got my plates cut out. I figure you're all seen me cut and grind enough on this video that I'd save you the boredom. So we got our two side pieces here, and we got our top piece. And what we're going to do is take the piece, and it's going to have about a 1/4 inch overhang on each side. That's so I can definitely get a better weld on it. My skill levels are not yet quite par enough to where I could do the flush on the inside like I'm doing here. But you know, we'll get there one day. But with that overhang like that, it's not going to look bad. But I'm going to get my welder set up here and get these tacked into place, and I'll bring you back. I don't have a phone stand that'll get me close enough to see me welding, and plus I'm going to be over the weld, so you're not going to actually see me do any of the welding. So I'll just bring you back once I got them tacked in. Alrighty, we got the pieces all tacked in. Played with the settings just a little bit more. Actually just turned the wire speed down, and I mean, my goodness, things are looking good. But yeah, we got her all tacked in. I like the way it's going to look. So yeah. Now the fun part, we're getting her all welded in. So we'll bring you back once we get that done. I hope it turns out good. If not, I ain't worried about it. Ain't like we can cut it, grind it, weld it back again. So, but yeah, I'll bring you back once I get her all welded in. Alrighty, we've got this thing welded in like 98, 99% because I ran out of welding wire, but I'll show you. But looky here, oh my goodness. I can't believe how good that turned out. This side got a little boogery, but it was hard to get just to get settled in and get it to weld. But on this back side, I was able to make a seat out of the rear end, and these turned out way better. I do believe so myself. I mean, I got to even do this. I can't believe it. And this one. And just the rest of it is just crap. But it's strong, it's holding, it ain't going nowhere. But yeah, I wasn't able to get that little section, these little sections here, and I'm gonna get that corner and the other corner there. But overall, I'm very pleased with it. Especially the first time doing something like this anyways. But yeah. But I'll get some welding wire. I'll finish this one up. I'll get the other side cut out and weld it all in. And then I'll go ahead and do the axle flip, which I just gotta cut. Just gotta cut them perches back off once again. And then we'll do a flip kit on it. I won't weld them in until we actually get a dry shaft made for it this time. But yeah, I'll get all that done. That way, you've already seen me install the rear end on another video, so I ain't gonna trouble you all with that. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the way it looks overall, and hopefully the next international video will be me working on the dry shaft. Finally, might be able to get this thing to go back and forth on the driveway. But well, saying that, we'll catch you on the next.